when you think of it as digital gold, then it should replace gold. Gold's worth $10 trillion, and that takes Bitcoin to 500,000. But when you think of it as digital property, like replacing buildings and land and other long storeholds of wealth, then you're up by a factor of 20 or 30 from there. I mean, it should not be. It's much better than digital gold because I can move Bitcoin at the speed of light and I can program it to 1 million transactions an hour on an iPhone or a website. You can't do that with gold. So it's got more utility than gold, which means it's probably worth 20 or 30 trillion if it just replaces.
As you guys can see, right now we're having a bit of a crypto pump. Bitcoin's up 11% here at around $24,600 at the time of this recording. Ethereum's at around $1,700. You're seeing this market green here over the past 24 hours. And you can see Michael Saylor has high hopes for Bitcoin. He says Bitcoin just matching gold puts it at 500,000. And then if it starts to eat away at real estate, it could go even higher than that. One thing to notice here is that all the rest of these altcoins are bleeding against Bitcoin. And Michael Saylor has a thought on why this is now happening in this cryptocurrency market and why he believes the smart money will be investing a different type of way for the bull runs to come. So let's go ahead and check this clip out.
Fairly intelligent people and entities not realizing everything I just said to you fast enough. Right? For example, it seems quite evident, right? If you were doing, I didn't have a penny on FTX. I wouldn't invest a penny in FTT, right? I mean, from the very beginning, if people that have any business acumen or background, any legal sense, any ethical training, or any technical training in a university, if they would look at this, they would say, yeah, it doesn't make sense to invest in 20,000 random tokens that get spun out of nowhere that trade on an opaque offshore exchange with nearly infinite leverage. Right? Doesn't make sense, but it surprised me that so many otherwise intelligent people put so much money into these things.
Big institutions.
Why would a pension fund? Yeah. Why would a VC, investor, why would they put hundreds of millions or billions of dollars into crypto tokens and crypto exchanges? And why would they pursue these ideas in such an irresponsible fashion? And sometimes you almost want to tweet like people will literally lose $1 billion chasing after these crypto casinos before they'll put $1 million in Bitcoin. It's just fast money, borderline greed, I guess, thinking that somehow Bitcoin is too straightforward an idea. It's like Bitcoin is too honest, too ethical, too rational. And so the conclusion is I have to skip over that and I have to go for the next thing, the next Bitcoin or the next good idea.
I think Bitcoin's boring.
And so that's what surprises me, that people with billions of dollars in education that should know better, when they're granted something which is ethically sound, technically sound, economically sound, and the first perfected money and the first truly open, fair, decentralized monetary network in the history of the world. When they're staring at it, their reaction is, it's too boring. How do I take another crypto risk? And so I guess it just takes, these billion-dollar blow-ups of Celsius and Voyager and FTX for some of them to start to get the idea that Bitcoin is the innovation, and they should come back to basic first principles.
So, as you guys can see right there in that clip, Michael believes that a lot of this money will leave from Ethereum, leave from XRP, leave from the rest of this cryptocurrency market and flow into Bitcoin as the smart money starts to understand that Bitcoin is the superior crypto asset. So what does this mean for the next bull run? If we look at the peak of the last bull run back in November of 2021, the total cryptocurrency market cap was around $3 trillion back then. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance back in November of 2021, you can see it was just below 39%. So Michael Saylor believes that Bitcoin will eat up this dominance going forward. He believes that Ethereum will bleed against Bitcoin, Cardano will bleed against Bitcoin, the rest of the cryptocurrency market will bleed against Bitcoin. So when that $3 trillion comes back into the market, that will be coming back into Bitcoin because the smart money will be investing in Bitcoin, according to Michael Saylor. And there's a lot of reasons why Michael Saylor thinks this is going to happen in the future, and a lot of it has to do with regulation. So let's go ahead and see what Michael Saylor has to say about the coming crypto regulation, and it's not actually all that bad for crypto. He believes that there could potentially be a way for cryptocurrencies to be regulated different than Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and check out this clip here.
The other extreme would be the regulators act proactively, they act progressively, and they provide a path to registration of a digital commodity, a path to registration of a digital security, a path to registration of a digital token, a path to registration of a digital exchange, and a path to registration of a digital currency. Right? And if they said you want to issue Tether, you have to file monthly statements, register with this, banking supervisor, and take on these responsibilities to have these reserves and abide by these guardrails, you can issue a stable coin. If they said that, if they said, okay, well, you want to issue a digital security, you have to do it this way, fill out these forms, and every month or every week or every quarter, this is what you do. Then what you would see is a collapse of all the true scams. You would see the VC that have been trying to launch these other things, they would have to go through a registration process. Now you would actually understand, and you have the full disclosure and transparency. Many entrepreneurs would say, this is too hard. You get the sense that some of them never bother to hire a lawyer or get a legal opinion, right? It's like, I have to pay for lawyers and accountants in order to be in the business. This is too hard. You'll see a rationalization. 99% of all the tokens will go away.
Hey guys, thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you found any value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and we just released our Patreon. If you want some exclusive content, make sure to check that out. The link will be in the description below. And like always, my name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a great rest of your day.